News in the fight against the coronavirus. The FDA has approved the Pfizer vaccine for kids. The emergency use authorization is now approved for children as young as 12.
We could also be closing in on a time when masks will be a thing of the past. Health reporter Haley Hernandez joining us now. Haley, why are health experts pushing for this now?
So experts say the agency granting use of the shot in younger age groups will accelerate the nation's efforts to drive down infections. It will also allow middle school aged students to get vaccinated before school starts this fall. Now, you probably realize momentum in vaccinations has been dwindling, but even with that happening, there hasn't been a big spike in COVID cases, which leads health experts to believe the vaccine works, and therefore vaccinated people may not need COVID precautions much longer.
There's a new push for the CDC to loosen restrictions after a week of promising COVID numbers. Here locally, President and CEO of the Texas Medical Center, Bill McKeon, tells me there's about 100 new patients every day, which is how many there have been consistently for a few weeks. Nationwide, 33 states are reporting a decrease in cases, which experts think is a result of vaccines. So moving forward, Dr. Anthony Fauci says the CDC may recommend no indoor masks needed for those vaccinated.
We do need to start being more liberal as we get more people vaccinated. As you get more people vaccinated, the number of cases per day will absolutely go down.
As a reminder, being outside without masks for the fully vaccinated is already within the guidelines. And with the decline in demand for vaccines, partnered with only 58% of the population half vaccinated and 34% fully vaccinated, you have to wonder if we'd ever get to the point where the CDC would pull the plug on masks. But it's certainly possible, and some argue it would make it easier to re-implement the rules again if there were another surge.
I think everyone is tired, and wearing a mask it can be a pain. But we're getting there, and the light at the end of the tunnel is brighter and brighter.
You know, at this point, you can pretty much walk in to get a vaccine at a lot of doctors' offices. You can drive up to NRG, drive to the Wood Forest Bank Stadium in Montgomery County. Almost all of Americans, nearly 80%, live within 5 miles of all 3 COVID-19 vaccines.
Hey, Haley, real quick, when should we start expecting kids to start getting vaccinated?
So it was approved for the EUA today, and I've been asking that same question to local clinics and hospitals. What I'm learning is that even though Pfizer was approved by the FDA for emergency use, now the CDC and the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, they're going to meet Wednesday. And once all agencies agree that it is recommended in kids and young teens, we're going to start seeing local places begin to offer it. Some local places telling me they could start on Thursday. If you still need to know where your closest vaccine is, you can text your zip code to Get Vax 438829. They'll respond right away with the 3 closest locations.
All right.